What's up, you guys? So today, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the current status of the Hammond Collection. Now, the most recent Hammond Collection figure to release is the Allosaurus, which actually released this month, like less than 2 weeks ago. And I will review it. I just have to review it on Christmas because, bad timing of release and stuff, and yada yada yada. But anyways, I just want to share my personal thoughts on the status of the Hammond Collection, especially for 2025. So far, the 3 figures that have been announced to be releasing are all completely bad. Like, there's just no other word to describe them. They're just bad. And I genuinely believe that the Hammond Collection is currently at its downfall. I mean, it's kind of been on its downfall since, 2023 after the release of, the Irritator and some other figures. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But this year, along with 2025, just hadn't been good for the Hammond Collection. I mean, we've gotten a few decent figures, don't get me wrong. But, honestly, I just feel like that they're not going to be doing well anymore. Unless they release the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus, which they probably should be at this point, because, we've been waiting for it for, 3 years. I don't think they're going to be recovering. So, so let's just take a look at the 3 figures that are being released in 2025. And first up is the Scutosaurus. Well, believe it or not, Mattel made a Hammond Collection Scutosaurus. Why they did this, I have absolutely no clue. And my goodness, it is one of the worst figures I had seen in a while. I mean, first of all, just look at it. I mean, this thing does not look like a Scutosaurus. It looks like a gremlin. And, is it really that hard to create a accurate Scutosaurus? I mean, this is what an accurate Scutosaurus looks like. How is it that difficult to replicate this thing? And it's just, oh my goodness, I just cannot. First of all, those teeth. What is it with those teeth? I mean, yes, I get it. They've been recently making different elements instead of, combining them in the same element for the head. But, you could have at least designed the teeth just slightly better. And it's just, I can't even with it. And And the wrists are articulated, but the ankles aren't. I mean, where's the consistency in this figure? Not to mention its build. I mean, I get it. Scutosaurus had a pretty buff, well, not buff, a pretty bulky build. But, this thing is just horrible. I can't even put into words how horrible it is. Oh my goodness. But anyways, let's just move on from that. Let's just move on to Trikes Ghost, which is ironically the best of them all. Now, before we continue, I am definitely going to be getting some criticism for this video, definitely because of my intense hatred towards the toys lately. Because I have gotten some comments before being like, why are you making fun of these figures? They're cool and stuff. And I'm pretty hateful towards everything. And yes, everyone is entitled to their own opinions. Hell, I'm entitled to my own opinions. That's why I'm making this video. But they're literally marketing this line as a premium collector toy line. And I just gotta ask you, how is this in any way premium? I mean, these figures are just... They often have very horrible quality control issues whenever they release initially. And it's just... heck, the Allosaurus is currently going through a quality issue where half of the freaking body isn't painted. I'm worried about what my Hammond Collection Allosaurus will look like. It will probably just have the same issues as everyone else's. But, it's just... Now, yes, they do improve them over time as they continue on the shelves. But often they're only on the shelves for 3 months. And why do you think these figures go on sale all the time? It's because Mattel is horrible at designing premium figures. Anyways, let's just move on. Now, I will be honest. The Ghost figure... It's actually the best one in this lineup of figures so far. Honestly, the body is pretty good. It just really needs that head swapped out. Or maybe the eyes should be a little bit smaller. Because really, honestly, there's not really that many complaints about the Atrociraptor. It's really just more that head. Because, for one, they keep using the pin joints that they've been using for the arms and legs. even though it should just be on a hinge joint like how the main line of Triceratops are. And honestly, if it had the main line of Triceratops head and a longer neck, maybe it would be saved. Maybe it would actually be a good figure. But it still loses points because of the head. I mean, the head sculpt isn't that bad on its own. It's mainly just the eye is too huge. Which, yes, I get it. It's probably to accommodate for the glass eye. But, I mean, they really don't need the glass eyes. I mean, we've been fine without them for, like, the past 2 years whenever they didn't have the glass eye. Which is really just a translucent piece of plastic that they paint a slit over. But overall, I really hope they improve future Triceratops like Panthera and Tiger and, Red. I mean, who knows? We're probably going to get Red next, because Ghost and Red seem to be the most duplicated Triceratops on the planet. But anyways, let's move on to the final figure, and the one that has fumbled the hardest lately, the Triceratops. Now, you might be asking, but wait, didn't we already get a Triceratops from 2022? Well, yes, and that figure is one of the worst Hammond Collection figures to have ever released so far. Well, second worst. That has been replaced to scutosaurus, so thanks for that, I guess. Anyway, so the Baby Triceratops isn't really that bad. It's just okay. I mean, I'm glad that it's finally got both wrist and ankle articulation. So far, the only other Hammond Collection figure with ankle articulation besides the aforementioned Baby Trike. Wait, I didn't word that right. Whatever. Anyways, the only other figure with ankle articulation in the smallest size range is the Baby T-Rex. So, maybe it's good to be paired with the other one. But, yeah, this figure doesn't really get too much praise. Mainly because it's not really the best figure. First of all, the mouth looks a little weird on it. And, yeah, not to mention, this figure is really big for a Baby Triceratops. Now I get it, it's kind of hard for them to make smaller scale figures. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Baby T-Rex was a bit of a challenge. But, I mean, they could have made this figure smaller. And what's with the little elevated ridge on the boxes now? Are all the figures getting this, or is it just the scutosaurus and trike? But anyways, yeah, this figure is really big for this. And I cannot say why it's so big, because I have no idea. And here's where this figure has fumbled. So it's supposed to be releasing in January 12th, and as of yesterday, people are already starting to find them at Ross for $6. Yeah, this figure probably isn't going to be selling at all if Ross keeps stocking them for $6 a piece. Which, you know what, I might just go to a Ross and then get one, because I mean, screw paying $15 when I can pay $6 for it at Ross. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this video, and honestly, Mattel just really needs to start focusing more on, like, either re-releasing figures of improved quality or, like, actually work on the quality itself, because so far the quality has been pretty abysmal, even though they've said that they've been trying to improve it. But, yeah, they really gotta get on the grind of, like, actually making good figures for the Hammond Collection. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and maybe this line might be saved with a Hammond Collection Spinosaurus, although I doubt it because it's definitely going to be screwed up in some way. But I'll see you guys in the next video, and Spinosaurus will probably have yellow eyes.